The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It is 8 a.m. and it's time. 3-day passes for Riot Fest. It all starts at noon. And it starts today, goes 3 days, of course. You got the Foo Fighters and Turnstile as your headliners tonight. The Postal Service, Death Cab for Cutie, Queens of the Stone Age tomorrow. Mars Volta and The Cure on Sunday, plus 90 other bands, including Corey Feldman and Insane Clown Posse and whatever else you want to see. The Aqua Dolls, that's why Kenzie's getting there right at noon to see them right to start up at the Rise stage. Aqua Dolls.
Best name ever.
So, 312-591-8300. Caller 10, you're there to join us for the party all weekend at Riot Fest. Furnished by Riot Fest, our great partners as we do this every year. And just love Riot Mike and how they put everything on and include us in the party as we're like you. We would be there anyway, just there, but we will have a big Q101 presence there as usual, broadcasting live all weekend. We'll have a tent. And just to kind of give you a little bit of schedule of me and Kenzie so you can kind of, people are saying like, hey, I want to meet up and say, hey. It's kind of a zoo over there, obviously, at Douglas Park. It's hard to find people.
Call us Matt Damon. It's a zoo.
So, let's see here. The Interrupters are playing at 4 o'clock. We'll be over there watching it, so if you want to hang out while we're watching one of the bands, just one set, let's do the Interrupters. They're fun.
We're going to do that at 4.
Super cool. That's a fun time. Little ska music just to kind of get your dance on for a little bit. Get some drinks.
Like wet your whistle on some bands is a good starter band.
All that. We'll watch the Interrupters, and then at 4.
Because we can't find you at Foo Fighters.
It's gonna
Imagine how big that stage. We'll be near the stage at Foo Fighters.
Yeah, find us there. I remember last year, My Chemical Romance, a lot of people said, let's meet up right before My Chem starts. I go, cool. Having no idea, first off, it's the first time they performed in 10 years, they get back together. Secondly, I did have the vision that I could find people once it gets dark in Douglas Park at the main stage for the main act.
Can you imagine the communication of like, I'm on the Dave Grohl side. I'm really glad I can see him. It's like, okay, we can't find you.
Kenzie, I cannot tell you how many people said, if you line up to the merch tent to Dave Grohl, you'll find me. Or if at that time it was,
of course, 700 other people. Yes.
Yeah. See the guitar player Ray Toro? I'm 7 people in front of him, and then go back about 400 yards. Meet me over there.
There's a guy in a hat. Yeah. I hate that. It makes me so mad.
And then you're tall. I'll find you. Okay. All right. So that's tough. So let's just do this.
I feel like I should be on your shoulders the whole time to flag down listeners.
I will do that if you like. If you want to try to get on my shoulders.
So I can actually see the shows?
Yeah. I sacrifice a couple collarbones. It's okay. I would do that for you.
Yeah, I could see that.
So look for us, Kenzie, on my shoulders at the Interrupters at 4 o'clock. And then after that, like right around 4:30, we're going to head over to the Q101 tent, Brian and Kenzie, and we're just going to hang there for quite some time. Now, I have to get to Turnstile by 7 o'clock because I promised Case, since I bailed on him at Lollapalooza, to watch Turnstile.
And I don't know if I'm going to watch Turnstile with you guys or go with your wifey to see Tegan and Sarah.
Tegan and Sarah at the same time. I've been given permission.
I would rather hang out with her, probably.
I think that'd be a wonderful idea. It's a little woman bonding. She's got a couple friends flying in from Philadelphia today for the event. So Tegan and Sarah, 7 o'clock on the Rise stage. Same time, Turnstile will be at the Roots stage. And yeah, I can't miss out because it wasn't this year, of course, but Turnstile played the year before. And boy, Case has never let me forget it that I decided to go swimming. I was very hot and sweaty. And it's a long story. And then, of course, Foo Fighters at 8. But we'll hang at the tent after Interrupters and just chill out. And Kenzie got a little inside scoop about the merchandise we have out there.
Okay, so what's really cool is we have exclusive Riot Fest merchandise for Q101.
Yeah.
So it's at like the actual merch tents, like not just our Q101 tent.
Kenzie's not going to be selling it like out front, like
throwing them out.
The bootleg T-shirts, $5.
I have the T-shirt cannon. No,
that'd be incredible if you had that.
If you go to the actual merch tents at Riot Fest, we have exclusive merchandise that'll be sold just at Riot Fest.
Yeah.
So not our norm. It involves the color red, and I love it.
Yeah, because you go to aisle 101 to get our merch all the time, but this is kind of like Taylor Swift. You only get this certain merch on location.
It's very fun, very unique.
Yes.
I love a pop of color.
Yeah. A little splash.
A little splashy splash. It's very nice.
Yeah. So that's today in a nutshell, but obviously so much good stuff to see today. And we'll be out and about all weekend. Riot Fest Day.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Mike Shinoda with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And yes, the tickets are gone for Riot Fest, 3-day passes. So we'll see you down there today, as we talked about, and Saturday and Sunday. Riot Fest a lot of people can't get in. I get it, or just expenses, inflation, concert tickets are out of control too. But, Riot Fest is very fair for what you get. But in that same token, make sure you just follow us, Q101.com, all of our socials, our YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything. Because we'll keep you posted and it feels like you're there. We post a lot. We overpost. So you'll see everything and be a part of it. And we wish you were there. Wish everybody could be there. Now, just because we gave those away, it doesn't mean there's not more tickets coming up, let's say with Lauren or Brian Phillips. Whenever we kind of just go around, hey, we found these extra tickets. So just kind of keep listening as we are your official Riot Fest radio station. I get emotional about it.
Good Lord. And you know what? You won't. Here's the thing, Brian, is you don't listen to me ever.
Yeah.
And every time you eat those stupid nuts, you just had them again.
It's a trail mix.
Stop eating it have it at 10.
But I'm trying to protein up for Riot Fest.
But you choke on nuts every day, and I keep telling you to stop. And then you go, I don't know what's up with my voice lately.
I don't know what's wrong.
You're eating salty peanuts 4 seconds for you to talk, and you get nuts wedged in your throat.
So it's got raisins, walnuts, dark chocolate, blueberries, pecans, and cranberries. It's cholesterol-free. It's actually vegan. I didn't know that. I'm vegan, I guess. Hey, I'm vegan.
No, you're not. You just ate something that is vegan.
Me and Casey Popeye's chicken sandwiches yesterday.
I would rather you eat a Big Mac or a Baconator during the show than eat that.
Oh, I'd love a Baconator right now so bad. The breakfast Baconator. Oh, those Popeye's chicken sandwiches are good, too.
Oh, hey, man, thanks for paying. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. See, I care. I'm a generous guy. Now,
not to me. I didn't get anything.
How about the generosity of Kenzie? So she's doing, Riot Fest today is the long day we're going to have. We're going to really be, we're there every day. I shouldn't say it like that. We're there every day, but Kenzie's committing all day.
Because we have the morning show first, though.
Yeah, we're working today, and then we're going.
The rest of the week, we don't have to do a morning. We don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. before Riot Fest.
Right. So Kenzie's, committed to all day and the job and everything, and she just found out that her husband has a nice little day planned with her son that she feels like they could have done anything. How about a little lunch? Let's go to Olive Garden or something and spend some time. It's a beautiful day. Go to a park. But instead, what are they doing that you're missing out on?
Here's the deal.
You have FOMO on.
We all know me in music festivals. I get very tired, and I'm pregnant.
That's right.
I have a music festival. I think a festival should only be one day.
Yeah, she wants one big fest.
Imagine if The Cure and Foo Fighters were tonight. How great of a night that would be. That's how I view things.
Pretty nice.
I've been vocal about that. It's fine. Other people are really into music festivals.
Yeah.
So it's already like, okay, this is a plow through day because it's like I got up at 3 a.m. We will riot. Okay, so I'll get home at like 10. I'll probably get home at 10 or 11 tonight or whatever. Or later, probably. I don't even know
I
what
would
time
guess
they'll
later.
end.
Plan later, please.
When do you think the Foo Fighters will end?
They're going to end at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I'll get home at like midnight.
You're not going to get home at 10.
Essentially, I will have been up for about 24 hours is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
Got it.
You can do it. You can do it.
Hooskies. Okay.
I'm not pregnant. I'm going to do it, though,
Oh, God. You're not pregnant, though. But anywho, so while I'm like going over the schedule with my husband, like Friday's going to be aggressive for me, everyone who knows me knows how I feel about Halloween.
Love Halloween.
And all things spooky and fall-oriented. It's just my jam.
Right.
And he is deciding to kick off the first Go-Bert's Pumpkin Patch visit of the year today.
Without you.
Yeah, him and my son just Halloweening it up without me today while I'm rioting. Can you believe that? I'm like, you can go to a batting cage or something. I do anything else.
Yeah.
Strip club. I don't care.
You're fine with the strip club.
I just like, why would you do this to me? That's so mean. And it's funny because.
By the way, the boys got to learn sometime.
I'm kidding. I don't think you should be at one. I'd be very mad about it. I'm going to get texts. It's just disgusting.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying how much I care about Halloween.
How much you'd rather him not go to the farms to go to a strip club instead.
I'm so upset.
Oh, that's great.
It's like my absolute favorite activity. It's the first of the season. I haven't gone yet. It's the perfect day to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like, do you know, I don't know if you went through this, Brian, just before you and Megan were super serious, or you and Megan had a fight, did you ever like stalk Instagram stories? Because you were like, what are they doing? Like, what's going on over there? Because you're not talking to them or you're not with them at that time. Has that ever happened to you? You may have missed the age frame for that.
Well, no, because Megan got mad at me certain times, and I know then she brings back little things that I did when we were not. We never broke up.
She was looking at the story.
We never broke up.
Right.
She's an angel. She taught me what love was. It's impossible to break up with that. And her to break up with me. Look at me. I'm a peach. I'm a catch.
I broke up with my husband before.
Did
we
you
had
really?
Little moments. Yeah, like quick.
Quick.
It wasn't like month-long breaks or
So
anything.
you could have
but
a
like
weekend
day
of
or
sleep?
two.
You just wanted to sleep? We're done.
I was a little. I was 23. I'm like, it pissed me off. But, not anymore. We don't, I don't act like that.
Yeah, no, we're fine. But she's, she probably brings things a little up. Think that, I thought you were tired. You did this or whatever kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That is how I'm going to treat them at Go Birds. I'm like, you're on the slide? You're on the spooky train? Like, I just feel like I'm going to be, everyone's going to be around us at Riot Fest. Foo Fighters will be on stage and be like, what are they doing at Go Birds without me?
Oh, the pig races are starting.
Oh, I got some apple cider donuts? Huh.
I got to say this. I haven't had the pleasure of doing that. Now that I have a baby, I want to do it because the hayride and all the stuff out there. You described this place like Xanadu of fall.
Love Go Birds. And if you live close enough, I am telling you the season pass is where it's at. Because when when you plan a day for something with your kid, you got to make sure you can be there the whole day to make it worth money.
Yeah.
You buy that season pass and they're not expensive. I want to say they're less than like $50.
Wow.
Okay. And you can go literally like whenever. And you make it up so fast. Like, that pass is just so worth the money.
Uh-huh.
Because think about this. Sometimes, like, we'll take him for, like, 40 minutes. We'll just go really fast. Or, so we can take a little tractor ride out to an actual pumpkin patch. We always do that to pick out our Halloween pumpkin. So go to a real pumpkin patch and pick it. There's apple picking. There's corn mazes. There's there's haunted houses. There's a store. There's really good like pumpkin beers and apple cider donuts.
I like pumpkin beer.
Pig races.
I do like that. I like pig races.
God. Like a spooky little train ride. There's so much cool stuff at Go Birds. It's a blast.
And so I'm looking at their website, and they do have. Like for example, if you want to do the animal ride ticket, it's like $8. Like they have, it looks like reasonable prices for some of the things.
So the season pass will get you into most things, the haunted house, all that. It's not extra money.
Right.
There's a jumping pillow. There's one in South Barrington and in Pingree Grove. I know in Pingree Grove the jumping pillow is free. But then,
I just love that you know that.
Absolutely, I'm up on it. Okay, so. The pig races, all of that is free. The only thing that costs extra money after you get in is, of course, if you buy something, right? Like you buy food or pumpkins or anything like that. Or there's a few games, like old Western shooting games or things like that. They're almost like arcadey type things, like if you went to a carnival.
Yeah.
So, but I would argue that 80 to 90%, even the corn maze, riding out to the pumpkin patch, all that, it's all included when you pay to get your way in. So you don't have to buy everything when you get there.
And by the way, today's the grand opening, right? Today's when they open, I think. It says September 15th, unless it's just getting me that for my tickets purchases. But I think maybe it opened earlier. I don't know. But I think I'm not trying to add on to your misery, but today's like the opening, or it could be opening week or whatever, because in the fall season. Oh. Sorry. That's pretty nice. Looks pretty cool. I want to go.
There's so much crap I don't want to do with them. Yeah. I love them.
Right.
But there are so many activities that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for you guys to bond and do that. And
why don't me and you go without him?
Yeah, without them.
Yeah, how about that? That's not going to have the same feeling, I don't think, for you.
Can me and Megan go?
Yeah, you and Megan can go without me and him. Yes, do that.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Friday Q Review is with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now, these are things that have changed our lives recently. Not something like 10 years ago, something just recently to share with everybody out there. So we're all in this together. It's the weekend. Maybe you'll partake in some of these things that we're going to say. We each have one, but we want you to chime in right now at 312-591-8300. Something that has drastically changed your life for the better. So we can all talk about it. Kenzie, I'm going to let you go first on this one because I know you're pretty excited and also tired for what changed your life for the better last night.
Hamilton is in Chicago, baby.
It's back.
It is back, and it's phenomenal. Now, the original cast of Hamilton, obviously, now it's a new, reincarnation of the show. So
it's an offshoot.
Lin-Manuel was not in person. However, still so incredible. I wasn't sure how it would be without the original cast because it's gotten so famous that it's hard. You're now imagining the characters a certain way,
Right.
Which doesn't always happen with Broadway shows. So I'm like, this is going to be a really people are going to hold them to such a tough standard. I'd argue that several characters on this show, several cast members, are better than some of the cast members on the original.
Whoa.
I was blown away, and I'll tell you, they found a dead ringer. This is cool for Lin-Manuel, who's obviously Hamilton.
Yep.
Which, thank God, because I just imagine him now, which is ironic. Like, who knows what Hamilton actually looks like? Not me. That's what Hamilton looks like. Lin-Manuel.
There's some drawings and there's some things. You can go back and look at it.
Oh, wait, that's not Hamilton.
No.
Okay. It's funny because if you dress up as Hamilton for Halloween, you dress up as Lin-Manuel as the Hamilton for Halloween. I just find that interesting that he's altered an entire person to now be him in a weird way.
Yeah, no Hamilton costumes at Spirit Halloween of the original Hamilton.
No,
None are there.
Like, no,
Nope.
it's so weird. But anyways, the leading man in this show is so incredible and also looks a lot like Lin-Manuel, down to like the longer curly hair and everything. So I a few times kind of forgot it wasn't him. They did such a great job casting.
I think that was their plan.
Yes.
I think that was their plan.
Well,
and no one's going to notice.
No one
He's
will
still
know.
good.
But
there you go.
It is true that normally when a show goes back on the road, it's not to this level of fame where you'd have to cast someone who looks similar. That wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
And I think it was really, really smart to do because it would have been a tough adjustment for people. You know how people feel about change, okay?
They don't like
Anywho,
it. They say they like it, but they don't.
Well, so it's an absolutely phenomenal show. My husband and I, every year, I don't know why, but every year I watch Hamilton on Disney Plus when I'm wrapping Christmas presents. I don't know why that's my Christmas present tradition.
So you can watch it on Netflix or something? I can't remember.
No, Disney Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus has it. Okay.
The Broadway, like New York Broadway version of Hamilton with the original cast.
Yeah.
So you can watch it. And when I couldn't get into Hamilton because it was expensive and every single person was trying to go, and those tickets were nuts. There was like pre-sales that when it was like trying to get a Taylor Swift ticket,
right?
It was impossible. And so I'm like, okay, I'll watch it on Disney Plus. Like that's how I got to see it.
Yeah.
And I love watching it. My husband thought he wasn't a Hamilton fan after watching it on Disney Plus. He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, how were you not blown away by this? Because he does like musicals.
Sure.
And we went last night and he's like, holy crap. That was really, really phenomenal.
That's what usually happens when you go to a musical. And I think a lot of guys, I'll represent the guys out here, think you don't want to go to a musical because it's stupid. I'm just saying what people think generally. And then you go to your first musical. I went to Jersey Boys. I think it was my first one.
That was a great one.
It was unbelievable.
It was so good.
Because the music is powerful. You forget not just the singing, but there's musicians there. And and that's actually very funny. And they turn and talk to the audience. I'll break the fourth wall and go there. I'm not jumping in on yours to say, like, I'm just trying to say that a lot of guys are against them for no reason.
Here's the thing. You think, like, I don't know. I think some guys maybe think it has a feminine energy that gets the singing and the dancing, the arts or something. I don't know, but if you didn't like your high school musical play, that does not mean you're not going to like professional Broadway. It's truly a production, and it's really awesome. I mean, my husband and I, Roma, we were cracking up last night at some of the lines, everything. It's funny and it's interesting, and truly the story of Hamilton, if you're like, oh, I'm not a history nerd, doesn't matter. Wild ass story on a personal level, like for him and his family, as well as a career level. It makes you feel like you've really not done a lot there. But I mean, Lin-Manuel, I think, spent 8 years writing Hamilton, wrote it like by himself. I mean, he talked to other people, but it was his concept and wrote it. And there's a certain song, there's a song called Nonstop, and it's what's going into the second act. And he spent 2 years just writing that song because he was bridging Hamilton going from being in the war and meeting his wife and everything to becoming a lawyer and doing all that. And it was such a weird, how do I get him from this phase of life to this phase of life? And he spent 2 years just on that song.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it, that it's it's a true story, if you will. Like it's a great history lesson. And
yes, the story of Hamilton is a
true story.
They weren't rapping back then, but the story, yes, is true.
You don't know that. We don't know what they were doing back then.
The whole time it was just rapping.
It easily could have been rapping the Constitution.
I'm like, listen, I am. The issue is we have a very wrong perception of Hamilton and the rest of the founding fathers now, because I'm like, they had some swagger, baby.
Hell
and
yeah.
they did not.
So
I'm like, George Washington was pimping.
So your Q review is go see Hamilton if you can, and
It's
the tickets are
so
expensive.
good.
It gets tough. Those things get tough.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but Broadway in Chicago actually does theater ticket lotteries.
Megan's won a few.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where tickets are super cheap, like $25 or $10, things like that. So you enter every day it's here. You can always enter. So go enter those Broadway and Chicago ticket lotteries, and then you spend like the same amount you'd spend to go into a movie theater. It's so affordable.
That's what we got for tickets, and they were not bad seats. They were they were like 15 rows back in the center. They were better than the seats we bought for her parents when they came in.
Yeah.
And you win those lotteries.
Way to go, Brian.
Hey, it was pretty good.
Way
Well,
to try to impress them.
like $200. I got other things to do here.
They're in the back sweeping her parents.
I had, to, I had to buy some sandwiches or something. I don't know. They'd say the house for free. They got the play for $200 tickets there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but it is. I guess I will say this: go if you can go, and it is different. It's great that you to watch it, you be able to watch it, but to go, it's a different experience.
It really is. So if you were like me and you saw Hamilton on Disney Plus, I'm telling you, this is a whole other experience, wildly enjoyable. And even though it's not the OG cast that became so famous, it's really, really good. Because I was wondering if I'd feel that way, like, oh, it just doesn't compare. I was wondering, and it does. It's really phenomenal.
Good thing to go before Riot Fest Day. I have only 3 hours of sleep when you went and saw that last night. Good job. So go see Hamilton. That's Kenzie's Q review. Now my Q review. Not trying to trump her here and go bigger, but I'm just telling you, I think mine's better to help out people this weekend. Go see Hamilton. I agree. It's amazing. But I got to tell you, my Q review coming up here in just a few seconds after Fallout Boy. And I want you guys to chime in at 312-591-8300. Stuff that's changed your life recently for the better. Get in on it and check in and let us know. But I have one that has made me so happy, happier than I've been in months in the last 24 hours from something that happened recently. I'm going to share that with you after Fallout Boy.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're doing Q reviews. It's Friday. Things that have changed your life for the better recently. Text in yours. Call in, actually. I want to hear your passion at 312-591-8300 about what did this for you. And before I get to mine, she talked about Hamilton. Went and saw it last night back in Chicago. I believe Chicago was the first extension of that outside of New York, outside of Broadway.
Outside of New York, I could see that.
Which was years ago when it first did that.
We have a really big Broadway scene.
Speaking of which, a listener checked in. I'm going to see Beetlejuice, which is at the, I believe it's Chicago Theater, Auditorium Theater. Rosemount University right over there at Congress. Great place, by the way. Saw Eddie Vedder there last year. And I saw Burt Kreischer, the comedian there. Great theater. November 7th and 19th. And Kenzie was pointing out that it's hard to do a musical after a movie because Beetlejuice was so good that's got a lot to live up to, that musical.
That's hard.
Unlike Jersey Boys, which was a musical first, and the movie came out, and the movie sucked. But the musical was incredible.
It's very hard, and it's been done well. Don't get me wrong. There's instances where that's done well. It's hard to take a movie and turn it into a really good musical. That's when you roll your dice. But something that was meant to be a musical,
yeah. I want to see it. I want to go see Beetlejuice.
I will definitely go see it.
Okay, here we go. My Q review this week is something maybe a little bit more important than a musical. I rediscovered something last night. I was very busy for Riot Fest, getting ready for it. Megan is an amazing cook, my wife, and didn't have time to get something done. She's cleaning. She has friends coming in, a little stressed out, getting work, all this stuff done before Riot Fest. So she says, let's get something quick. And we already had pizza twice this week, and it's like, okay, out of nowhere, something that changed my life this week is rediscovering Noodles and Company.
You are not recommending.
I am recommending Noodles and Company. This place, I have forgotten the joy. And by the way, the deliciousness of Noodles and Company. Example, we got some spaghetti and meatballs as one plate, okay? Which is a good traditional thing.
How many plates did you order, Brian?
Okay, I'm getting there. We had spaghetti and meatballs, which we shared. But then the spicy Korean beef noodles was better than several authentic Korean beef places I've been to in Chicago, which we have great noodle places here. I get it. But I'm telling you, Noodles and Company, do not sleep on it. Try it again. I guarantee it's something you've probably tried in the past. And then maybe you moved on from it. You just forgot about it. There's too many options out there. And when you're sitting there hungry and you think pizza first, I'm just saying, this weekend, I have no stake in this company, by the way. Think Noodles and Company. go for it. They have this monstrous Rice Krispie treat sitting there at the counter, too. By the way, next to the cookies. Give that a shot for dessert as well. So we got the spicy Korean beef noodles, Kenzie. I know you were curious about that.
Ooh,
And they were
kicking.
I'm telling you, the spice, it hit me. I had to get more water like when I'm eating my trail mix here. Very tough.
Oh, God, you got water with your noodles?
I had a Coke Zero, and then I had to go grab some more water. Also, the pesto, the chicken pesto, those noodles, and added double chicken. So double up on the chicken, even though they give you plenty.
Wait, how many bowls of pasta did you order?
So that's 3. That's 3 right there. But we got one more. Their chicken parm. The chicken parm bowl. No, there's no leftovers, actually. I was really hungry. So the penne noodles topped with crushed tomato marinara, Parmesan-crusted chicken, and oven-baked mozzarella garnished with parsley, 960 calories. Not too bad. I got rewards for it, too. Didn't even try. Didn't even say, hey, can I get rewards for this purchase? Nope, they put it on there already. I got rewards already at Noodles & Company. Do not sleep on it. Go back.
Oh, yeah, you had 4 dinners. You're like, it's...
I should get some points, you're saying? I should have got something?
I would imagine.
Well, one bowl isn't... one bowl, we had 2 people. So 2 bowls... But we got 4 bowls, and I ate 3 bowls, and she ate 1 bowl. But I was hungry, and I sampled all, and it's delicious.
It's nice that you got to go around the world a little bit there. That's fun. That's a hoot.
I'm telling you, it was delicious, and I want to hear from people Monday who tried Noodles & Company, went back to it, haven't done it. Maybe never done Noodles & Company before. Go there. It's very easy. Their menu has a lot of options, and it's a great experience for you. And I got to tell you, it's changed my life. In a pinch now, we're not going to pizza all the time. We're going to go to Noodles & Company. So get out there. That's my Q review.
Are you going to talk about how good Wendy's is when we come back?
Well, Wendy's is obviously incredible with the breakfast Baconator, and that was a life-changing moment a long time ago, but bringing back Noodles & Company in my life certainly has changed it. Give us your Q review, 312-591-8300, something that's changed your life recently.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
So we're about 6 minutes away from your chance to get to the Darker Waves Festival, and not just tickets. This is an experience. This is the flight, the airfare. You're staying in a resort and spa, and right on the beach where this concert will be, you'll be basically your feet in the sand while you watch an amazing array of bands for free. So that's coming up 9 a.m. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. First, Gil Curtis comes in with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Hunter Biden has been indicted on federal gun charges. He's already asked Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis to act as character witnesses. Guest stars on the new Rolling Stones album include Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, Lady Gaga, and Elton John. Also, the Grim Reaper has a cameo, looming ominously behind all the guys except Keith. NSYNC released a preview of their new song in over 20 years. It's crazy. It's like no time has passed between how I didn't care for their music 22 years ago and how I don't care for it now. Allison Hannigan from the American Pie movies is doing Dancing with the Stars. Tip for parents: if she comes out for one of her dance numbers holding a flute, have the kids leave the room. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.